And Marley here, back again. More War on the Sea, playing the Dutch campaign, trying to fend off the Japanese onslaught. Not doing great, but doing better than I expected, to be perfectly honest. Still have control of all of my places. They're just Japanese special forces, always invading my little places. Not good, but all right. Got another sub coming in to replace one of those subs. The trusty. Know nothing about that sub. To be honest, I don't know anything about British subs. I know they had some good sinkings occasionally, but not nearly as good as like American and British, and then some Japanese subs. Occasionally getting a carrier, or that one sub in the one sub that hit the carrier. I think the Wasp or the Hornet, one or the other, and then random torpedo goes like 5 kilometers and hits another task force and hits the North Carolina. That shit's crazy. Long lance torpedoes are nuts. Oh yeah, there's a guy right here who's hiding. And of course I can't find him. RTB. He needs 30 and 20. These guys are pretty good supply-wise right now. But if I can get 30 and 20 to this guy... Well, more than that, too. Another 10 and 10, probably, at least. I might need to buy me another fast oiler, too. Which one has the wounded oiler? You guys turn in. I'll take those 2 points. Alright. Well, you can grab all the supply. And... actually, that doesn't need to go there. That is more than enough supply for you. We'll send it to this guy. Oh no. I hope this is just you guys leave. I'll be very sad if this gets sunk. Alright. GS fighters. Coming to visit, you know, tell me hi. Alright, where is the enemy? He is not playing well with others. Alright, trusty. Let's you go back here. All right, 54 engineering. That is going to help significantly. All right, boom there. Not that I want the big carrier to show up, but this is probably about as ready as I'm going to be for a while. Alright, where do you... Oh, I only got one. They shot down one. Yeah. I still feel like this is the best way. Guard you up. Alright. Alright, Mr. Yeah, you got 6 torpedoes. I think it's time to send you home. Alright, 10 ship fleet right there. Probably too far for this guy, but we'll send him. Because we got him. Man, 700. That is some horrible endurance from this guy. Why not? This guy's gonna get shot down. Alright, what is this? Just in case. You never know. That is unfortunate. Really, this is the only guy that I can arrange them with. Now I'm kind of sad I turned in that sub. I could have just put him right here too. Really added up the suicidal sub defense. Crazy. Well, to those about to die, we salute you. Now, which task force do I get? Alright. This is bad. This is the biggie. This is the biggin. How about you do a... before the zeros show up to kill you. Well, there you go. Oh, at least I confirmed I'm hurting. So, right here. Really don't like, I am gonna move the Langley south. I really don't want to attack it unless it's like right here. That's too far. This way I can send all my planes. Bleed off the fighter strength. Alright, Cinnabon. Get the fuel. And I think this is enough to rebuild this place. Or not. Alright, you guys are kind of... just go hang out down here. Wow, that's clear as shit right there. Alright, Aero Operations. You know, I think I'm gonna send some fuel and supply up to this guy. If I send some fuel, he can rebuild these planes. And my bombers can reach here. It's only 4, but... And maybe even redo this base. Or make that base. It's tempting fate, though. Like, I've not been strategic bombed for a while. And I kind of like that. Alright. Let's be careful with this guy. Really want to, like, just kind of guard the approaches to this place. Something like that. What? Well, I got the Catalina. I wonder where that carrier comes from. I wonder if he comes from here, goes down here, and then interdicts there. Because I might just put a sub here. All right. All right. Come on, little cruiser, or whatever you are. All right, you are going to dive, floor it, and go hard right. Alright, what we got? Yep, destroyer, crappy cruiser, destroyer, and destroyer. And since you're the crappy destroyer escort, you just get one. Alright, boys, stop turning. I mean, there's not much I can do about them turning. I'm just gonna have to eat it. They can turn too fast to line up perfect attacks. Don't shoot any down. Don't shoot any down. Don't shoot any down. You can do this, guys. Alright, let's look at this. That looks alright. I'm not too confident. Meh. Damn. That looks alright. Kind of-ish, yeah. Really, guys? Alright, 3 of them are pretty bloodied. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. I've done worse. Losing that Catalina, though. It costs a lot. So because I'm so hurt on supply, I have to turn the Langley in every time it loses its air wing. But hopefully I can get 3 ships with this, and that would be nice. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Alright, I got the 2 destroyers, which are nice. This is what matters, though. Grabbing this cruiser. I need those command points. This is the crappy cruiser, though, too, so... Five duds. It's actually better than normal. Normal, I have more duds. You get 1 command point per every port you hold. And then you get 1 point for a light cruiser, 2 points for a heavy cruiser, and 3 points for a carrier or battleship. So basically, sinking these, which he isn't going to sink. But 2 ships, he's pretty wounded. So I got no command points. But I sunk 2 ships, which is 1% of the way. It depends on which game you're playing. Like, if you're playing the base game, there's like strategy that you can do to make your game easier. Like bombing. Like, I'm playing the Dutch campaign, and if you're talking about the Dutch campaign, you're supposed to lose. Like, this campaign, you're gonna lose. The Guadalcanal, Tokyo Express. All right, so when your convoy gets attacked, right, and you see like, this is probably a very bad sign right here. So when you get attacked and your convoy is there, always try and retreat immediately to see how much time. If it's like 300 to 500 minutes, it's always a sub for the most part. And then always have 2 destroyers in front. Have one go hard left, one go hard right, drop their speed down to 9 knots, turn on their sonar. Generally, you'll pick up the sub contact before the torpedoes are fired at you. And remember, this mod is different than the base game. Subs start off farther distance. They don't start off, like, immediately firing at you. They start off at a random distance from you. So you can actually acquire them before they lay into your battleship. But I just hard right, hard left every ship in my convoy. Slow down my destroyers to pick up the subs. And as long as you do that, you generally will miss all subs. You go that way. And you go that way. I'm about ready to get wiped here. Oh, never mind. Ooh. It was a spotter plane, not a... With that carrier group right here, I'm just waiting for like 30 zeros to come just wipe me out. Ooh, rare treat. It's not too often you get to kill the Germans in this game. German auxiliary cruiser. A bunch of 6-inch guns. I will. There's like there's the Indian Ocean mod that's coming out, Defense of the East or whatever, which is the British versus Japan, and Wolfpack's playing it, and the modder, yeah, the modder comes on here and talks to me all day. In fact, I'm actually playing a version of the game that you can't get. because he gives me like test files to try and figure out what's wrong with random stuffs. Yeah, they do look good. Like, I'm gonna play that. He's it's not bug free yet, so he's trying to fix bugs in the game. He was on earlier this morning, but he's trying to fix some bugs in the game and make sure that the release is gonna be good. But that game looks pretty good. Though playing the British is probably going to be painful. Like, your carriers have like no fighter cap defense. So like, I just don't see how long they can survive when you have 30 Vals show up. Just like, here you go. Fighting biplanes against monoplanes just doesn't seem to be like a winning proposition to me. I always wondered what the pilots thought. So, there's a strategy to like, depending on who you are. Like, airfields are king. By far. Like if you're the US, those B-17s are godsends. And then you got the two islands that surround Guadalcanal, right? You have to take those two islands. Or the island that's just south of Guadalcanal. Take that. Build that airfield up. And then move all... Like, I wish I could show you on a map, but if this was Guadalcanal right here, there's a little itty-bitty island right here. Take that, and then have all your convoys move troops and soldiers there. And then destroyers and Atlantas move all your stuff to Guadalcanal. Have subs take all those little islands, you know, those three bases on that southern island. Take all three of those bases with subs. Just drop off 60 or 30 troops. Have at it. Because they'll identify planes and ships for you. And the enemy almost never takes them back. Like, if the enemy hasn't taken an island, put 30 people on a sub and take it. And you just reinforce Guadalcanal. Have all your airfields send out all their scouts. All your cruisers send out all their scouts. And eventually America just builds up enough force to where you can really hammer it. Oh, and always send your convoy in at night. So you have to time it. You have to time the convoys to get to Guadalcanal in darkness. And that stops a lot of the air attack nonsense that happens. What are you up here? Ugh. Like here, this place is abandoned. I don't care about that. I only care about holding these two places with large amounts of troops. The airfields will just get bombed to oblivion. Something like that. Man, I don't even have my Catalinas back yet. Let's find him with this guy. Subs in this game, like this, the mod is different game mechanics. Like in the base game, if you got 12 fighters in strafing, you can pretty much destroy destroyers and merchant ships like nothing. Not so much in this game. Like they've nerfed they nerfed strafing in this game. All right. Tactical it up. Yeah, like subs in this game, subs have been nerfed in this game too. They cost a lot more, and they're not as good. Well, hi. I remember you. I'll have to look. There's a lot of the sub stuff. There's a sub bug in this game right now, too. Well, it depends on... I'll, as soon as I get out of here, I'll explain. You have failed your king. Yeah, he's turning away. There's no point. So, depending on where you're at and what you're doing, like if this is Guadalcanal right here, and then you have this base down here, I have supply ships move fuel, supply, engineering, and troops to here. Don't take all your troops, leave like 100 troops on your main base, but everything else needs to get pushed to this island. And then your destroyers and cruisers will take troops and supply. About a 50-50-ish mix, give or take. And you should be able to make an entire force of 10 destroyers or 10, and I like to use Atlantas eventually, so 4 Atlantas and 6 destroyers. Generally for the Americans will be like really good AA defense, and they can carry a fairly large amount of stuff, and they can make a trip a day from that island here to Guadalcanal. And they just go back and forth. And then your supply ships just go back and forth from here. And if you really got the supply, you can build air bases on the other ones, but I find you don't need to. Your B-17s from the main base, just send them over to Guadalcanal, straight down. Like, let's say this is Guadalcanal, and these are those little North Islands, and these are the South Islands. Just send that B-17 like this, and have them go straight down there and patrol. And eventually you're going to pick up convoy after convoy. And then your southern island will have torpedo planes, which you can send up. And so will this far island over here. They have torpedo planes also. And torpedo planes just jack the enemy up. And then when you get really crazy, you can buy a carrier. Can you launch it? Nope. But like the carrier aspect of the game is really brutal, and once you get into the mods, it gets really brutal, because you'll just be minding your own business, and then all of a sudden, hey, here's 30 dive bombers, have fun. Here's 30 torpedo planes. So then it becomes like fighter cap and coverage, and you really can't do fighter cap because you don't really have any air bases that have fighters that are close by. Oh, and down here in Australia, build some of the cheap destroyers. I think they're Clemsons or whatever. And have them move troops up to Millie Bay. Because Japan will eventually try and take that that port on the tip first. And then just put patrol planes everywhere. And then once you find the enemy, send bombers after everything. That's a scout plane. But I don't know if I'm going to hit him in time. So you have to figure out like how close do you want to get, and like how much do you want to risk your sub. Like, I'm pretty non-risky. So I always try and pick off a guy on the edges, and I always make sure I can turn and go full speed away under the layer. Like when you look at your thing, oh, well, you can't do it there. But when you click this on the visual thing, there'll be something called a layer. No layer. Fire from far away and floor it in the opposite direction and push retreat as soon as you fire those torpedoes and hope for the best. Don't get too close. If you have a layer, you can get closer. But the enemy has like insane ASW skills. Well, how much do you want to damage one? What the hell? Yeah. For you, it cost, for you, it cost that much, right? This is the crappiest boat, the S boat. It costs 20 in this game. 26, 28, 30, 30. This one's crappy, 21. Even the crappy subs in this game are just pricey. Depends on your distance. So if you're really, really close, you can have a higher spread and they'll still all hit the target. If you're really far away, the lower the spread. Basically, like every 1,000 meters, a 1 degree spread is going to spread your torpedoes X number of meters. I don't know the actual math on it. I'm sure one of the hardcore people could tell you, but the farther your torpedoes get away, the farther that degree of spread will spread them. It's like geometry, right? You have a 1% angle. It's basically doing the math on like a triangle. So the more spread you have, generally I do like 1 to 3%. If I'm firing from really far away and I'm just trying to damage it and then run, I might do like 4 or 5% and just hope for the best. I would probably do something like 2%. Just how far away are you from the target? Or how far away do you assume you're going to be away from the target? And 2-3%, you're fine. Or 2-3 degrees, you're fine. All right. Now remember, their destroyers are going to wreck you. So make sure you dive down, go silent, and hard right, hard left. Like if the convoy is going south and you're firing from right here. So let's say your sub's right about here and you're firing. You hard right. Because you're going to gain distance. They're going 15, 20 knots this way and you're going 10 knots this way. You're increasing that distance faster. But I always try to, like, if I'm right here, I always try and, like, angle off, like, this way. Oh, well, hi. I get to hit the Nazis a couple times today. That's pretty nice. This is worth command points too. Come on, just don't shoot any down. This should be pretty brutal. I think this is going to be good. Damn American dud torpedoes. That still should be way more than enough. Yep. Goodbye, Nazi auxiliary cruiser. So if you want to see if your target's hit, fire your torpedoes, make your maneuver, and floor it away or get away. But click on your target and you can sit there and just watch your target. Even though you can't see him on the map, you're still on your target, so you can still see. And then you can just watch the water and to watch your torpedoes hit the target. And just remember, after the torpedoes hit something, the enemy's going to be listening for you. So, it behooves you to maybe go a little bit slower sometimes. It just depends on how far their destroyers are away from you. If their destroyers are a pretty decent distance and you think you're going to make the timer, you can just do the timer scuzz thing, where just leave the area as soon as you hit 0. That's actually really good. Well, if you only had one dud, that sucks, but I forget what the base mod has. And this, US subs have an 80% dud rate, because that's what they had early in the war. By the way, you can change that if you want. You can go into options and you can get rid of duds. Makes it interesting. Like, I've literally had those Catalinas. I had 16 hits, and I think I had, like, 14 duds. Well, good old Trusty. Let's tactical ya. Hard right. Slow it down to 2. There's the target. Got an 8 torpedo spread here. All right, so I'm at 7,000 yards. My torpedoes go 7,000 yards. Got it. That's good to know. Go silent. Great. So I have a crappy sea state. So I'm going to send these at a 10-degree spread. Firing 8 torpedoes. Do I have a layer? No layer, of course. And fire. Probably not going to hit a single one of these. And I have no idea my depth here. Let's take a look at you. Yeah, that's pretty shallow. Make depth 80. And floor it and retreat. And now I'll pick this guy. I have no... You see those spotlights? That means the enemy hears me. God, I swear they got perfect. They have like perfect defensive capabilities. Yes, ram him. Yes, good, good, good. Well, I'm good. I'm at 0 right now. So now I'm just going to watch my torpedoes hit. Or not hit. I have no idea. There they are right there. Looks like I'm missing everything. If I would have gone closer, they would have killed me. So it's just, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad there. So I'm just gonna have to take the L. Like, if I would have waited until the enemy got closer, it comes down to, is killing the carrier more important than killing your sub? And since it was nighttime, I probably would have had a bad thing. What I did wrong was I went too fast immediately. I thought I was far enough away, but they heard me. But that means I have an enemy carrier real close to me. So the first error excuse me. That should be my first error. Second error. Langley, you need to launch a suicide aircraft. Something like that. So there's a bug. I don't know if you have this bug, but this game has it. Your air patrols have to be reset every day. It's insanely annoying. And now it's time to wait for the planes to find something. I mean, he's right here somewhere. What's the weather look like? Cloudy. Always cloudy. Alright. 10 ships there. New air. So HE starts fires and AP destroys compartments, give or take. Alright. Let's go. So the lower you go, I mean, I always like it when they're on shore. The always good light cruiser shore battery or heavy cruiser shore battery. Two heavy cruisers, a battleship, 3 carriers, 1 supply ship, another heavy cruiser. So they got 3 heavy cruisers in this. Then this is a good carrier, I think. This is these are both good carriers. This is a cheap light carrier. Now here's the problem. I'm gonna get attacked by like 8,000 zeros here in 5 seconds, and I'm gonna lose everyone. Or I might get lucky. Alright. Go get them, boys. These guys are more important than these guys. These guys are carrying Like 2 1,000-pound HE. And here are the fighters, but I think they're gonna not be able to shoot me down before I drop. Hopefully. Nice, nice. Drop, 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 drop. Alright. They got the drop. Alright, floor it up. You go that way. You go that way. You go that way. And you go this way. Not that I think this is gonna work, but I just split all my bombers up in 4 different directions. Alright. I mean, that's nice. Those 2 duds, though. If I would have hit with those duds, this would have been sunk. And I'm gonna lose all of my bombers are getting shot down. Look at that, man. Carriers are just insane. But I have the Catalinas and the other dive bombers, or the torpedo bombers, right behind this. So I'm hoping they burn their carrier wing. Poor guy. So it's always a good habit to watch ships burn. Even though this one's not going to burn, a lot of times it's pretty smart. And these guys are probably going to ram each other, which is always nice to see. That causes damage. Minor. God, that'd be a beautiful target. So I lost 5 planes, which hurts because I don't have that many planes. So they're right here. Catalinas are right here. And now they have an hour cooldown. And I don't know how much damage I caused. But let's bring another plane in to help the search. Alright, there he is. About there. You go about there. Alright. Floor it. Don't dogfight. I don't know why you're on the surface, but you need to go down to... It's a Japanese scout plane. Alright, you guys, drop it like it's hot. Alright. You guys get over here. Catalina's, you're going to take a hard left. Form up hard left. I'm just hoping I don't see like 8,000 fighters here in a second. Alright, what do we got here? Heavy cruiser? You guys are going to go after that. Alright, man. Have fun. You guys go after that one. Oh, it's nice knowing you, Catalinas. This is gonna be bad. Yeah. Just let them drop, guys. Let them drop. Nice suicide. Not really. Alright, let's look at this. I got 3 going into him. I think I got 2 going into him. I don't know if these are going to hit. But more. I really don't need dud torpedoes now, guys. Now's not the time for this. Alright. Oh my god, didn't even light these guys on fire. You're pretty hurt. You look pretty hurt too. Moderate, 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 moderate. And minor? That's insane. It just drives me crazy. Four torpedo hits and 3 dead torpedoes. This is probably enough damage to convince them to go away, which is pretty good. Not really. It's pretty bad. Wow, that hurts. All right, Langley. Time for you to go back to the shop again. Yeah, 6 command points. That's good. All right. You look like the bad guy. You got a little flooding damage. You got a little flooding damage. You look perfectly fine. So, let's target this guy. Go get him, boys. I forget what these guys have. I think it's the 6, so hopefully they can do some nice damage. Pretty worthless. Come on, Doe. I think you got SAPs. Just drop the whole string right down the middle. That looks pretty good, too. Yeah, you look like you're gonna be off to the left, but he's turning left, so. Come on, crash into something. Not the ocean. Heavy miner. Yes, ram the other ships. Ooh, that was nice. That was a full speed. Moderate miner. The guy just got moderated. You about just destroyed your destroyer. Oh yeah, you got some flood damage from that. Alright. Well, that was most unsatisfying. I think I did enough damage to him to drive him away, though. Alright, let's go that way. Floor it, floor it. Freaking zeros. Alright, so you're gonna break. I feel like I'm the WNBA playing against the NBA. Huh. I did not do enough damage, apparently. Well, all I got is this. Try to damage another ship, I guess. It's crazy, because I damaged, like, damn near every carrier they own. Alright. Sorry about this guy, but I need more damage, and you're the only thing I got. Alright, you're not gonna make it. God, if only I could get a real carrier down here. I love when its ships go insane. They just start flooring it in every direction. Alright. Alright, with that, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break and come back in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and get something to eat. I do have a Cardinals game on at, I think, noon. Gonna have to watch that, of course. But I'm gonna take a break. Anyway, nice talking to you. I'll be back a little bit later, but I'm going to get some food and take a break. Talk to you later.